Now, the Nutcracker is one of the most beautiful ballets of all time, and I'm so excited for you that you're going to go see it for the first time. But I'm sure there are some things that you're wondering about, for example, etiquette, what to wear, and perhaps so much more. But don't worry, today we're going to cover all that you need to know so that you can feel comfortable and excited to see your first Nutcracker or any ballet that you're going to see. Hello and welcome to Swan Lake Lifestyle. My name is Olivia and I'm a lifelong ballerina and classical musician. Here on YouTube, we teach you about beginner ballet, lifestyle adventures, and self-improvement tips, and I'm so glad that you're here. So if this is your first time going to a Nutcracker or a ballet in general, there are definitely some ins and outs to know about, and I'm here to get you covered on all of that, so don't you worry. So first up, and probably one of the most exciting, is let's talk about what to wear. So I'd say in general, the idea is that you want to be overdressed compared to underdressed for sure. And what I mean by that is that I think the general attire would usually be smart casual or evening wear. For women, that might mean long skirts with tights, beautiful dresses, nice heels or comfortable flats, and also some sort of a layer, so perhaps a pashmina or a little sweater, as the theater can sometimes be cold. Now for men, I'd say think about something like a collared shirt, perhaps a nice suit, or even just like nice jeans. But definitely I would say, again, thinking more about being a little bit overdressed is better than being underdressed so that you can feel comfortable and relaxed, and making sure that you take into account the weather and not being too cold in the theater. Next up, and also very important, is ballet theater etiquette. You should arrive at least 15 to 30 minutes early so that you can get your bearings as far as parking goes, perhaps grabbing a quick snack to eat at the concession stand, looking over the program, finding your seat, and also just a good idea to be early so that you can network and take photos and truly enjoy the moment and not feel rushed and worried. So obviously being early is ideal, but what happens if you're late? So my tip here for you is that if you're late, get to the theater as soon as possible and speak with an usher to see what your options are. If you show up to the theater not on time, a lot of theater staff will not let you inside because it could be a distraction if the door opens and there's a bunch of light that comes in, and the performers might see that and get distracted. So of course, as you can understand, that is the reason for not letting latecomers inside the theater. Now I will say a tip for you if you are late is that some theaters do have special seating or special viewing rooms for people who are late. So definitely, as I said earlier, go talk to an usher, see what your options are, and if anything, after intermission, you can go in and enjoy the show. Next up is making sure that you silence your phone and any other devices. If your phone rings in the middle of the performance, not only is it distracting, but it also takes away from the experience from everyone else. And this also includes, and I think this is something that people do not think about, is the shutter sound on the phone camera. So for example, some people forget to take the setting off of their phone, and when they click a picture, even if the flash is off, it'll make that loud camera sound. Or also when they start a video, it'll make that camera sound of starting a video, and that's also very distracting. So make sure that's turned off, as well as just silencing your phone, and also making sure that any alarms are turned off as well. Now, I will say different theaters and dance companies have different rules about photography, but a big thing to keep in mind is no flash photography, as again, this could be dangerous to the dancers. If there's a big light flash at them, it could confuse them or cause someone to fall, or any other mishap that could be unfortunate, and you definitely don't want that to happen to them. So what to expect during the performance? So typically the Nutcracker is split up into two acts. There's the first act where there's the party scene. Clara meets the Nutcracker and they embark on a really fun journey together, so you'll see the snow as well. And after that, there's like a 15 to maybe 30-minute intermission where you can go ahead and head to the restroom if you need to, get some more snacks or drinks, just stretch your legs, get your bearings. And then everyone will go ahead and retire back into the theater for the second part of the show, which is Act 2, which you can see the Land of Sweets and so many other fun parts and scenes that, I mean, Act 2 is honestly one of my favorite parts. The whole thing is my favorite, but it's a really, really beautiful second part of the show that I'm sure you will enjoy. Now, if I said a bunch of things that you aren't familiar with because you're not familiar with the story of the Nutcracker, don't worry, I got you covered. I actually have a video, which I'll link in the description box below, that tells you the full story of the Nutcracker. And if you forget to watch that video or don't read up on it beforehand, a lot of ballet companies and theaters will actually offer program booklets that you can take ahead of time, which is a good reason why to get there early. And usually in the program booklet, they'll tell you a little synopsis of the story so that you can kind of read up and get a gist of what's going on. So once the performance ends, you can definitely go ahead and clap, and if you really enjoy the performance, you can give a standing ovation. Now, I will say that if you have someone in your life, like a friend or a family member who is performing in the Nutcracker, it's customary to give them flowers at the end of a performance. Now, I say this with extreme caution, is you should not give flowers before a performance because in the ballet world, there's kind of a negative superstition about that, so always wait until after the performance to give your loved ones flowers. So all in all, I hope that you enjoyed this guide to attending your very first Nutcracker or ballet show in general. Just remember to dress smart, to maintain proper etiquette, and to just fully enjoy the show and immerse yourself in the experience, and you'll have a lovely time. Now, if this has inspired you to learn more about classical ballet and actually try some dance moves out for yourself, I do have a completely free beginner ballet playlist here on YouTube where you can learn how to dance ballet for free and get started from your very first lesson. So I'll go ahead and link that playlist above and in the description box below. If this is your first time or 1,000th time seeing the Nutcracker, I'd love to hear about which part you're looking forward to seeing next. And if you're not really familiar with the story, then just what about the general experience are you looking forward to? I'd love to hear about it and talk ballet with you all in the comments below. Thank you again for joining me, and if you enjoyed this video, please like, comment, share, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so that you can stay in the loop for all my future videos. Thank you so much again for joining me, and I wish you all a very happy holiday season and that you enjoy the ballet that you're going to be seeing. Take care and see you again soon.